be looking at the recovery of foreign relations in Germany. So the first step was the introduction of the Locarno Pact. Again, these foreign recoveries were carried out by Stresemann because he was the foreign minister. So on 1st December 1925, Stresemann signed the Locarno Pact, and this was a treaty between Germany, Britain, France, Italy, and Belgium. And the key thing about the Locarno Pact was that unlike the Treaty of Versailles, it was agreed by Germany on equal terms. Germany had a say on the policies that this pact would include, and therefore it was not a diktat because it was not imposed. So Germany accepted its new 1919 border with France, and France promised peace with Germany. Germany and the Allies agreed that Rhineland would permanently be demilitarized. Remember, France had 720,000 men in their army, whereas Germany only had 100,000 men, and therefore this peace was really encouraging for Germany. Furthermore, the five powers agreed to open talks about German membership of the League of Nations, again making them unequal. And it made war in Europe less likely. And Germany was also being treated as equal, like I said before, and this was a boost to the prestige of the Weimar Republic and increased the confidence of many, many Germans in the moderate political parties who supported Stresemann. So the League of Nations was the second step. So the League of Nations is equivalent to the modern United Nations. And so at the end of the First World War, the Allies had founded the League of Nations, which was an international body in which these countries could come up with ways to solve any problems, any of the world problems, without resorting to war, because World War One had been devastating for them. And so initially, Germany was excluded because they had lost the war. They were blamed for starting the war. But in September 1926, Stresemann was able to persuade the other great powers to accept Germany as a member, and therefore Germany was given a place in the League of Nations. And this was again a boost to the moderate parties who supported Stresemann because it boosted the confidence of most Germans in the Weimar Republic. But again, as usual, not everyone agreed. There were other political parties who did not agree because for some, the League was a symbol of the hated Treaty of Versailles and they wanted nothing to do with it. But Stresemann's view was different because it showed that Germany was being treated as equal. Germany was now able to take part in the world decisions. So it was much bigger than just a symbol, just a position. And finally, it was the Briand Pact in 1928. So this happened in August 1928, where Germany and 64 other countries signed this pact. And this pact, again, similar to the League of Nations, promised that states would not use war to achieve foreign policy aims. And this came about because the USA was not in the League of Nations, and so this was a way where America could also assist peace. And again, this was another form of improvement for Germany because, in contrast to the Treaty of Versailles, it showed that Germany was now included amongst the main powers, not dictated by them. And it was also a sign that the Weimar Republic was now a respected, stable state because they were being included in these important decisions, these important communities that were being formed. However, as usual, like with the League of Nations, not all Germans agreed because the Kellogg-Briand Pact did nothing to remove the hated terms of the Treaty of Versailles, which still restricted German strength with reparations, lost land, and military restrictions. However, it's important to remember that Stresemann was improving foreign relations. He wasn't trying to change what had already happened because that would create more conflict. And this is how he improved the foreign relations. Taking these three simple steps, Stresemann made Germany equal to all the other countries. And that is it for this video. I hope it was useful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave any questions down below and I will try to answer them.